Good morning, my dear friend. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2026, the first day of May. Take a breath right now, a slow one. Let your shoulders drop just a little. You made it to a brand new month, and that is not a small thing. That is God's hand on your life, still open, still holding you. You may not feel ready for May. You may still be processing what April left behind, the things that didn't work out the way you planned, the prayers that still feel unanswered, the weight you carried quietly from one week into the next. That's okay. You don't have to pretend you're beginning this month full and rested. You can begin exactly as you are. But before you step any further into this day, there's something you need to hear. There's a line in Proverbs 16 that says simply, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." Not forced into place, not anxiously held together, established by Him. That's the invitation sitting at the door of this month, not to try harder, not to figure everything out, but to place it, all of it, into hands that are far more capable than yours. That's what this morning is about. This is your moment to say, "God, I dedicate this month to you." There's a kind of tired that doesn't come from not sleeping enough. It comes from carrying too much for too long without setting anything down. And if you're honest with yourself right now, you've been doing that. You've been managing quietly, holding things in your mind that were never meant to stay there, moving through your days from the outside while something on the inside felt a little more worn each week. May feels different though. Even if you can't explain it, there's something in the air of a new month that feels like a door, like a pause between what was and what could be. And you're standing right at that threshold this morning. But here's what tends to happen. We feel that freshness, that quiet sense of new beginning, and we immediately fill it. We make lists, we set intentions, we tell ourselves this month will be different, and we try to make it different by doing more, pushing harder, being more disciplined. And within days, we're right back underneath the same pressure, just with new dates on it.
What if May didn't begin with your effort? What if it began with your surrender? Not surrender as defeat, surrender as trust. The kind of trust that says, "I don't have to run this. I was never designed to run this. God, I'm placing May into your hands before I take a single step." That's a different kind of beginning, and it changes everything. Not the circumstances necessarily, not right away, but the posture of your heart. And your posture shapes how you walk through every day that follows. So let's begin there. Let's begin with open hands. Let's begin with God. Let us pray. Father, I come to you this morning with something I want to say before anything else. Before I ask for anything, before I bring my list, before I talk about what I need or where I'm struggling, I just want to say, I dedicate this month to you. May is yours, all 31 days of it. The mornings I'll wake up full of energy, and the mornings I won't. The days that go according to plan, and the ones that fall apart before noon. The quiet Tuesdays no one will remember, and the moments that change the direction of something important. All of it, Lord. I'm placing all of it into your hands before this month gets any older. I've tried to carry months on my own before. I know what that feels like by the middle of it. Exhausted, wondering why things feel so heavy when I started out with such good intentions. I don't want to live May that way. I want to live it with you at the center of it, not at the edges where I only turn when I'm desperate. So here I am, first day, first morning, first breath of a new beginning, and I choose you. Pause here. Breathe slowly. Let that decision settle in your heart. Father, I want to be honest with you about where I'm arriving from. April was not easy in all the ways. There were things I was believing for that didn't happen the way I hoped. There were moments I felt steady and moments I felt like the ground beneath me was softer than it should be. There were days when I did the right things and still felt like I was standing in the same place. That was hard. I want to tell you that it was hard.
But even as I say that, I can also see that you never left, not for a single day, not even in the quiet, confusing stretches where I couldn't feel your presence clearly. You were there. You were holding what I couldn't hold. You were working in ways I still don't fully understand. And I trust that. I choose to trust that, even when my feelings don't always agree. So, I don't enter May bitter. I don't enter it afraid. I enter it with honesty in one hand and trust in the other. And I place both of them before you right now. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." Father, I'm doing that this morning. I'm committing May to you. Not just the outcomes I'm hoping for, not just the prayer requests I've been carrying. I'm committing the whole shape of this month. The direction, the pace, the priorities, the unexpected turns, all of it belongs to you now. Establish what needs to be established. Dismantle what was never supposed to stand. Clear what is cluttered. Build what I couldn't build on my own. I trust your hands more than my own planning. Lord, I want to talk to you about the miracles I've been hoping for. Not in a demanding way, not as though I'm trying to remind you of something you've forgotten, but because you tell me in your word to come boldly. You tell me that you are a God who hears, and so I come. I bring the things I've been quietly carrying for a long time, the things I've prayed about so many times I sometimes wonder if I should stop asking, the things that feel too big to speak out loud and too close to my heart to stop believing for. You know what they are. You've always known. But I want to say them today with my whole heart, not from anxiety, from faith. Father, I believe in May miracles, not because the month itself is special, but because you are. Because you are the God who parts water, who speaks to mountains, who turns impossible situations into testimonies that no one could have written except you. I believe that you are still that God. I believe that your power has not diminished. I believe that what you did for others, you can do for me. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Lord, I want to perceive it. I don't want to miss what you're doing because I'm too deep in my own worry to look up. Open my eyes to the new thing you're already doing in my life.
Even now, even in this season that has felt slow or uncertain or stuck, something is already shifting. Something is already being arranged. Help me to trust that even before I see it. Father, because today is not only the first day of a new month, but also a Friday, a day that so many people associate with provision and responsibility, I also place the finances of May into your hands. I pray against the constant pressure of barely enough living, the quiet anxiety around bills, payments, work, and everything this month may require. You already know every need before I speak it. You are my source, Lord, not my circumstances, not the economy, not my own ability to hold everything together perfectly. So I dedicate my work, my efforts, and my income to you this month. Open doors of opportunity I couldn't see before. Bring wisdom where I need direction and favor where effort alone is not enough. Let May carry provision with it, not only materially, but emotionally and spiritually too. And let peace settle over every financial burden I have been carrying quietly into this new month. There is a reason this month is associated with blooming and new life. What was hidden beneath the soil in April is beginning to rise toward the light. Father, I pray specifically over the things in my life that have felt dormant, the prayers I quietly placed on a shelf because the waiting felt too long, the hopes I stopped talking about because disappointment became easier to manage than expectation. Breathe on those places again. I speak life over the roots of purpose that still exist beneath the surface, even if I haven't seen growth yet. Let May become a month of visible movement, not overnight perfection, but signs of life. Signs that something is finally shifting. Where life has felt stuck, bring fresh momentum. Where I have felt delayed, remind me that delay is not abandonment. And where exhaustion has made hope feel difficult, restore expectancy gently. What felt buried is not forgotten by you. Let new growth begin. I ask for breakthrough, Father. Not just the word, not just the idea, real breakthrough. In the places in my life that have been the same for too long, the areas where I've watched time pass without movement, the situations that have worn me out not because they're constantly loud, but because they've sat so heavy and quiet for so long. I bring those places to you today. I ask you to move. I ask you to make a way where I have genuinely run out of ways. I ask you to be God in the middle of it, because that's what I need. Not a better plan. I need your presence and your power in the places I've been waiting the longest.
And I receive that by faith this morning. Before I see it, before I feel it, I receive it. Father, I also come to you about the state of my inner life. Because breakthrough isn't only about circumstances. Some of the most important things that need to change in May are not out there. They're in here, in the way I think, in the way I talk to myself when things go wrong, in the quiet narrative that runs in the background of my mind that tells me I'm behind or not enough or too late for what I was hoping for. I bring that inner world to you. Renew my mind, Lord, not as a quick fix, but as a genuine transformation. Romans 12:2 says to be transformed by the renewing of the mind, and I need that renewal. Change the lens through which I see my life. Replace the fear-based thinking with something rooted in truth. Silence the comparison. Silence the self-doubt that dresses itself up as realism. Silence the voice that says, nothing is going to change every time I start to hope again. I don't want to enter May's opportunities with a tired mind. I want clarity. I want focus. I want the kind of thinking that looks at a hard situation and says, God is in this. Something good is coming from this. Teach me to think that way. Let it be genuine, not forced. Let it grow from trust in who you are, not just from trying to feel better. And Lord, in the quieter corners of my heart, the places I don't always let people see, there is grief. There is disappointment. There are things I hoped for last year, the year before, maybe longer, that still haven't come. And I don't know what to do with that grief except bring it to you. So I do. I bring the grieving places,
I bring the disappointment. I lay it down, not because I'm giving up on what I believed for, but because I can't carry it and move forward at the same time. I release it into your hands. You can hold it more gently than I can. Father, guide my steps through every day of this month. I don't need the whole map right now. I've stopped asking for that. I just need enough light for what's in front of me today, and then enough again tomorrow. Psalm 119:105 says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Not a floodlight showing me every detail of the next 5 years, a lamp. Enough for the next step.
Help me to be someone who moves when you say move and waits when you say wait. Help me not to rush past the things you've placed in this month because I was too busy chasing something else. Help me not to miss the quiet open doors because I was fixated on the ones that were closed. Let me be attentive. Let me be discerning. Let me be willing to follow even when the instruction feels smaller than I expected. Protect me this month, Father, and help me not to rush through this month so quickly that I miss what you are trying to teach me inside of it. Let May not become another blur of responsibilities, worries, and unfinished thoughts. Slow me down enough to notice your presence in ordinary moments, in quiet mornings, in unexpected conversations, in small answers to prayer that could easily be overlooked. Teach me to recognize your hand not only in dramatic breakthroughs, but in daily grace, in strength I didn't know I had, in peace that arrives for no obvious reason, in the quiet reminder that you are still walking beside me through every part of this month. Guard my mind from what would steal my peace. Guard my heart from bitterness if things are slow. Guard my mouth from words that don't belong in this season. Guard my energy from being poured into things you never asked me to carry. Protect the relationships that matter. Protect the vision you've placed in me. Protect the seeds that are still underground, the things I've prayed and believed and waited for. Protect them from being dug up by doubt before they have a chance to grow. You are my covering. You are my rear guard. You go before me and behind me, and I rest in that today. Take one more slow breath here. Let your body relax. Let this moment be enough. Lord, I also pray for the people around me as I step into this month, the ones who are tired in ways I may never fully know, the ones carrying things quietly, the ones who need their own breakthrough, their own miracle, their own moment of experiencing that you are real and that you see them. I pray that May become something meaningful for them too. Let your kindness move through the lives of the people I love. Let it reach places I can't. And where I am part of your answer for someone else, show me. Let me not be so inward focused that I miss the moment you've called me to simply show up for someone else.
Use me. Let May be a month where I'm not only receiving from you, but becoming a vessel of your kindness toward others. Father, I close this prayer at the beginning of the month the same way I opened it, with surrender, with trust, with open hands. You are faithful. That is not a thing I say to fill space. That is the thing I stand on when everything else feels uncertain. You have been faithful in every season I've lived through, and you will be faithful in this one. So I step into May with you, not ahead of you, not dragging behind, with you. I speak this over my life as May begins. This month, I am not behind. I am exactly where God has me.
This month, breakthrough is not something I earn, it is something God brings. This month, I walk in peace, not because everything is resolved, but because God is present. Miracles are not too big for my life. God is not done writing my story. I do not carry May alone. I was never meant to. What God has prepared for me in this month, I will not miss. My eyes are open, my heart is ready, my hands are open. I dedicate May to God, and what is dedicated to Him, He does not abandon. Beloved, thank you for being here this morning. You didn't just wake up today. You chose something. You chose to begin this month with God rather than without Him. You chose surrender over striving. You chose open hands before you even knew what May would ask of them. That matters. That changes things. Carry that quiet today. If the noise rises, come back to this. Come back to the place where you said, God, this month is yours. If this prayer settled something in you this morning, write in the comments, God, I dedicate May to you. Let that be your declaration as this month begins. Stay with us for more morning prayers, and may this month carry more than you expected, more than you worked for, and more than you could have arranged on your own. May it carry the fingerprints of a faithful God who never stopped working on your behalf. Go gently into this day. He's already there.